A potentially fatal disease unknown just months ago is spreading so quickly that doctors now say it's a national epidemic. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS. It has already claimed 636 victims, killing 261. Researchers offer little hope for future victims because no one knows what causes AIDS or how to cure it.
But there is now conflicting scientific evidence that AIDS can be transmitted through blood transfusions.
Ryan White spent the last 5 years of his young life fighting the virus inside him and the infectious fear and ignorance that surrounded him.
I'm not going to allow my child to go to school with Ryan White because I feel that is very unsafe.
The number of AIDS cases in the world jumped by 56% last year. More than 73,000 cases of AIDS have now been reported worldwide.
This bill will help ensure that all people with AIDS and HIV infection receive the health care they need and they deserve.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
I found out that I had been infected with the AIDS virus and had unknowingly passed it to my daughter, Ariel, through my breast milk, and my son, Jake, in utero.
HIV asks only one thing of those it attacks. Are you human?
A whole new category of drugs developed in just the last 2 years. In the early trials, there are real results.
America has not beaten AIDS yet, but we are getting closer, and we remain committed to the fight.
I don't think we knew what hit us. I had one doctor say to me, it's like looking into the face of a dragon.
One word defines it. There was death everywhere.
There was no treatment back then. There was nothing. I knew that my baby was going to die.
Nkosi was infected in the womb of a mother already dying with AIDS.
We are normal. We are human beings. We can walk. We can talk.
This is a war. We can't afford to be conducting debates whilst people are dying. We have to concentrate on ensuring that our people are given the drugs which are going to help them.
When the UN General Assembly convenes a special session, it is very often about war. Today, it is the war which needs to be fought against AIDS.
It is so decided.
We will need a war chest to fight it. I believe today will be remembered as the day we began to turn the tide.
I asked the Congress to commit $15 billion over the next 5 years to turn the tide against AIDS in the most afflicted nations of Africa and the Caribbean.
AIDS is no longer a certain death sentence in sub-Saharan Africa.
Today we have 54 countries who have been able to stabilize, even to reduce significantly the number of new infections. 30 years later, we have been able to generate a social movement.
Control of HIV would stand alongside the eradication of smallpox as one of the great public health victories in history.
Speaking of the possibility of the end of this disease, the greatest health crisis in 600 years, it's an extraordinary moment for so many people.
Few could have imagined that we'd be talking about the real possibility of an AIDS-free generation. But that's what we're talking about. Getting to zero. That's why we're here.